Hello and welcome to our third topic for the semester, audit quality and ethics, which are fundamentally important to the auditing profession. My name is Jane Horonsky, the subject coordinator, and I will be leading you through 6 short videos to cover the basic concepts. Each video corresponds to one of the learning objectives for this topic. This first video covers learning objective number 1, which is to discuss the nature of professionalism. You are studying accounting and auditing with the goal of graduating and joining the accounting profession. I want you to consider for a moment what is meant by a profession. How does a profession differ from any other occupation or job? What does it mean to be a professional? What sort of behaviours are expected of a professional? There are 2 ways of viewing a profession and distinguishing a profession from a mere job or occupation. The first is the traditional view, also known as the functional view. A profession is identified as possessing certain functional attributes. These are, and they're listed on the slide for you, a systematic body of theory and knowledge, an extensive education and examination process for its members, an ideal of service to the community, a high degree of autonomy and independence, a code of ethics for practitioners, a distinctive ethos or culture, the application of professional judgment, and the existence of a governing body. This traditional view is the one espoused by the accounting professional bodies. The accounting profession argues that it possesses all of these attributes and thus can provide a quality service to members of the public who seek its specialist services. An alternative and more critical view comes from the sociology of the professions. The key idea here is that a profession possesses a monopoly on a specialised body of knowledge. That monopoly creates a mystique, the professional mystique. And as we know from economics, wherever there is a monopoly, there can be monopoly pricing. So professionals are highly financially rewarded for providing their services. The wealth and the mystique mean that they have a privileged status in society. Professions need to be as independent or autonomous as possible in order to maintain their professional dominance and the resulting benefits that they receive. Combining the 2 views, we can think of professions as occupational groups that have a social contract or bargain with society. They receive wealth and status in exchange for providing their skills and knowledge. But a key caveat is that they must be seen to do this to benefit society and the public interest, not only for their own benefit. The implication of this is that ethics and behaving ethically are important under both the traditional and critical views. If accountants, auditors or other professionals are perceived as behaving unethically, that is, they are seen to be putting their own self-interest first and ignoring the public interest, then they will lose their mystique or good reputation and the attendant benefits. Society revokes the social contract. This in fact is a way of describing what happened to the firm of Arthur Andersen after the corporate scandals and credibility crisis of the early 2000s that we talked about in week 1. We can conclude that behaving ethically is essential to maintain the good reputation of one's own self and the accounting profession more generally. This concludes our video on the nature of a profession, which sets the foundation for the following short videos in this topic of audit quality and ethics.